welcome to another great adventure over here on RJB Wildlife. On this adventure, we are here at the safari park where I'm going to be giving you the construction update of Elephant Valley. So if you're ready for another great adventure, let's go. This update is actually a pretty big one, as it was announced this week that the opening date for Elephant Valley is going to be March 5th, 2026. And this is very significant because it marks the end of a project that has taken about 3 years to come to fruition. And with the date being in March, it also verifies the end of February window that they have been speculating. This is also a very strategic date on the part of the safari park, as during the month of February, it is senior free month only at this facility. That does not happen over at the San Diego Zoo. And as a result of that, we may see a little bit of a lull by the time this exhibit opens to the public. With senior free month happening in February and ending, the first week of March is going to be a very good time to come see this attraction, as it also opens the door into the busy season of the year, which is the spring and summer months. So with this, there is also the hope that the safari park will actually be open later in the evening for the entirety of the summer. But with that excitement out of the way, I now want to take a look at where the project is right now, as we are about 3 months away from the opening and completion of this highly anticipated expansion. One of the things I've started to notice as I've walked around the park is they have started to install some decorative elements for this attraction. One of these decorative elements we did talk about a few updates ago as they were just being installed. But by that point, they had been removed and now have been brought back with some brand new signage. I am, of course, referring to the bee boxes. And you can find the bee boxes over here by the Roar and Snore restrooms. And with this, they've actually included this new educational sign that depicts how bees affect elephants in the wild. Elephants are actually afraid of bees instead of mice, despite what you see in a lot of cartoons and family films. And farmers in Africa will actually use bees to deter elephants from eating their crops. But this is a really cool touch just outside of the actual exhibit. But further down this trail, there are some other decorative elements that I want to look at. Specifically, there is this canister of cranberries or fruit, along with another little kind of shelving unit that would also have some fruit. All of these little details serve as a little bit of an appetizer for what you are about to witness when you enter this attraction come March 5th. And all of these winding paths are going to take you right there from down by Lion Camp to the Roar and Snore campground. But we are starting to see a lot of these little details come to life as we get even closer to the completion of this attraction. We are now over here at what is soon to be Mkutano Park, and there's been a lot of development over here on this site, specifically with the tents, as they've installed a whole bunch of these in this area, and a lot of the sod and grass is starting to get installed here for the grassy knoll play area that is going to exist right by the new stage and performance area. In the press release for the opening date for this attraction, they did talk about this new stage area, and it is going to be an educational venue that depicts a lot of the wildlife that exists within this area. That is at least the purpose of it right now. So it does appear that there's going to be some form of traditional performances going on, and maybe even animal ambassador talks that depict animals in this region. I know there have been some concerns about a stage potentially being in this area, but I can say that it does appear there are going to be some noise barriers provided with this, specifically Mkutano House being adjacent to it, and then a lot of the tree cover that is going to conceal this space away from the actual habitats. And from what it appears, it is going to be a nice little chill hangout spot, reminiscent of what was here prior, before all of this construction actually started. We are now standing over here in the new viewing area, or I guess I should say returning old viewing area that was here prior to when they did the line service when this habitat was being worked on. This is, of course, the eastern yard with the elephant arch here right behind me, and this section is the only one actually accessible to the elephants at the moment, as they are working on the rest, and they are making pretty good progress on that. They still need to do some of the sod work in that area. The planters are being worked on and added in a timely manner. One thing I do want to mention with this viewing area specifically is it's not going to be like the last time where they only had access to this yard. They are going to have access to both the western and eastern yard, but if they're over here, it's going to be a great chance for you to sit here, chill, see them without any time constraint. But if they're not here, they are going to be in the western yard and not visible in any way, shape, or form. If you don't see any elephants in this viewing area, don't worry, they do have access to it, and they will show up at some point as the food becomes available. They do have access to both of these yards, so there's going to be food all over the place for them. But it is a really cool sneak peek into what this habitat is going to look like as this attraction gets closer to opening here in a few months. So now that the viewing area has returned to the eastern yard where it was previously, I do want to talk about the habitats. The western yard is done, and that other portion of the eastern yard is done where the viewing area is now. The rest of the eastern yard still has a bit of stuff to go through with different planters and different grasses and sods that have to be added into that space. However, all of the other decorative materials have been added. But the only thing really outstanding in the eastern yard is just going to be a lot of that sod and the installation of the plants in the planters. Overall, I will say there are a lot of encouraging developments going on with the habitats for Elephant Valley as we get even closer within this 3-month window of completion. I now want to talk about the paths for Elephant Valley, specifically the center dividing one. As it appears, they have tarped off the commemorative plaques for the donors and major contributors for the construction of this project. For a while now, we've speculated that this is going to be the area where all of the donors and major contributors to this project will be commemorated. Unlike over in the Roaring area, where we're already starting to see some educational signage, over here by Safari Base Camp, and from what I can tell in the middle pathway, there are no educational elements being added quite yet, but those should arrive in time here in the next few months. The bifurcated stump that will welcome you across the Safari Bridge that takes you into the Elephant Valley experience doesn't have anything attached to it quite yet, and neither does this termite mound right behind me that is meant to be a directional sign that takes you either to Tiger Trail on the left or Elephant Valley on the right. In time, we should see these details be implemented as we are very close to the completion. I now want to bring your attention over to Mkutano House, where there have been some major updates over the course of the last month. And the first thing I want to point out is actually something we brought up a couple weeks ago, and that is the layout of this building. It is a 3-story building where the kitchen's going to be at the bottom, and then the restaurant level, and then the event space level. But as part of the press release for the opening day of this attraction, it was revealed that this building will have not 1, not 2, but 3 dining experiences embedded within Elephant Valley. And the names of those restaurants have been revealed, with Mkutano being the main one, Two Grill being another one, and then the Ona Lounge. But from what it appears, the cuisine in this restaurant is going to be along the lines of the traditional African cuisines you would see in the country of which this is supposed to be based in, which is Kenya, East Africa. And on top of that, you're also going to get some of the American novelties included with probably that little spin. So, very interesting situation going on here, and a little bit of fun if you want to immerse yourself into the world of the African elephant. The other cool aspect of Mkutano House is that the dining seating is going to be adjacent to the Western Yard's pool, which is one of the brand new features of this expansion. And I want to make an amendment from what I stated a couple of videos ago in regards to this pool. It does appear that it is going to be about a 50-50 viewing share between the patio dining by the pool and the actual guest accessible space. Whether or not this is a situation similar to Thorntree Terrace, where the Binturong habitat is, where guests can just walk up and take pictures while people are dining, remains to be seen. But it is encouraging that we are going to get a little bit more space to view these elephants in the Western Yard's pool. But not only that, you're going to get full access to the Eastern Yard's pool, which I'm going to put a picture up right now that kind of depicts what that's going to look like from one of the viewing points. One of the other major areas that needs to be developed here in Elephant Valley is going to be that mystery habitat, which now that the elephant viewing is closed on the western side, we're no longer going to be able to get a very good vantage point of it. The only stuff we're going to be able to see is from the balloon. But as of right now, the speculation is that crowned cranes will be going in there and will be joining the elephants in this expansion. So still some stuff to be going on there, but it is exciting nonetheless. That's going to do it for today. If you had fun on this journey, please hit the like button. And if you would like to embark on future adventures, please consider subscribing and ringing that notification bell. And until next time, I hope to see you all again on the next adventure on RJB Wildlife.